Hi, my name is Jael and I have crippling anxiety. Yes, my name is actually Jael and I actually do have anxiety, but I am also a research master student, educational sciences at Utrecht University in the Netherlands. And I run this channel called A Life of Learning, where I share both my educational knowledge and my personal experiences in education in the hopes that it might help some of you. So don't forget to subscribe if that is something you would like to see more of. So today I wanted to talk about school or study anxiety, and last week I put out a small questionnaire asking you guys what you would like to see from me, and this is one of the topics that a lot of people indicated they would like to see more videos on. So that is what we're going to be doing today. And if you are a viewer but you didn't fill out the questionnaire yet, but you do want to have a say in what else I will create for this channel, then make sure to go to the link in the description box to fill out the form. And I will use all your responses to decide on what content I will make next. But yeah, so I have been diagnosed with general anxiety disorder, which basically means that my brain has the ability to make everything and anything very scary and seem like impending doom. And sometimes it does that with things related to school. And I know that I am definitely not the only one that has anxiety surrounding school. But yeah, over the years of being in therapy and just sort of going about living my life as a student with anxiety, I have come across a few things that really helped me to reduce my anxiety in relation to school and education. So today I wanted to share this with you. So one of the first things I did was lower my standards. And yes, I know that that actually sounds a bit like a bad thing, but as a chronic overachiever, it was something that I really needed to do. And yes, I know that that is not something that is easy to do. I have tried to do this for years, and for years I did not really get anywhere. But one of the things that really helped me was to think about my standards from the perspective of what I really want in life. And I guess for me that is just living a happy life. Because yes, you might need high grades to get into prestigious universities, internships, traineeships, jobs, but is that really your goal in life? Because I think it is really important to realize that those prestigious jobs or prestigious programs also come with downsides. Because, for example, they can be very stressful because there are high expectations from your supervisors, teachers, or employers. And although it still might be worth it for you to get into a position like that, I don't think that anyone can make a convincing case for not being able to live a happy life without that. You don't need very high grades for every kind of job or study program. And in most jobs, you do have some sort of control of how challenging and enjoyable you make it yourself. And even if you ever land a super shitty job, there can still be many other things in your life that do make you happy. I think the main message here is that high grades do not equal a happy life. Every kind of job or study program that you get into has its good and bad sides. And those that you need high grades for will not necessarily make you more happy than those that you do need high grades for. And this is definitely not to say that you should stop aiming to do well in school. But for me, looking at my grades and my goals from this angle really helped take off some of the pressure of school. Because I know high grades are not a promise or guarantee for a happy life, and that even without those high grades, I could still have a very happy life. And I guess that is what I really want in the end. So another thing I try to do is to redefine the meaning of failure. And this idea is partly based on mindset theory by Carol Dweck. So basically Dweck found in her research that students can have either a growth mindset or a fixed mindset. And a growth mindset means that you believe that you can learn new things through practice. Whereas a fixed mindset means that you believe that you are born with all the things that you can do and that practice won't change anything about that. And the correlate of having a fixed mindset is that you will see failure as a very negative thing. Because from this perspective, failure is a judgment of the capabilities that you are already born with, instead of just an indication that you need to practice a bit more to get to the level that you want to get. And I used to have a fixed mindset for a really long time. But the funny thing is that we know from research on neuroplasticity that the fixed mindset view is just not true. Your brain will adapt itself as a result of practice and over time become more fast and efficient at performing the task you are practicing. So this belief that you're just born with certain skills and that a bad grade is just a sign that you are not good at something instead of an indication that there is something you could improve on just doesn't really make any sense. And the moment I realized this, I became a lot less afraid to fail, because I realized that grades in no way define me, but are just a measure of a certain skill at a certain point in time that I could still improve on, or maybe already have improved on by now. And the last thing I did, and I think this is the thing that helped me the most, was to consciously do things next to school that I enjoy. Because I noticed that the larger the part of my life that is taken up by something, the more my thoughts are taken up by that something as well. And the problem with my anxiety is that the more I think about something, the higher the chance that I will overthink it and make it spiral out of control into something very big and scary. So if you have anxiety surrounding school, I think it is super important to also make sure that you have other things in your life that keep you occupied as well. And I really think this can partially explain why a lot of students got more anxiety about school during the lockdown, because suddenly for a lot of us school was the only thing that we could focus on. So it occupied a lot of our thoughts and we were therefore more likely to overthink it and make it a bigger thing than is healthy for us. And what I do think is really important is that you do not turn these other activities into a way to escape your thoughts. So you do still need to make sure that you have enough time in your day or week to just sit down and relax and be and just let your thoughts flow through you. But for the amount of time in the day that you realistically have the energy to do something, I do think it is really important that you do not only focus on school, but also have other things in your life that you enjoy and care about. And that can be anything such as hanging out with your friends or family, cooking, sports, whatever you want, but have other things than just school to occupy your thoughts. So there's a smaller chance that you will hyper-focus only on school and make it into a huge scary thing. So that were all the tips that I had to give today. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you thought these tips were helpful. If you have any other tips to share for students with anxiety, then make sure to share them with the community by leaving them down below. As always, don't forget to like this video if you thought it was helpful, and make sure to subscribe if you would like to see more videos from me. Also, remember that you can fill in the form in the description if you want to share your opinion on this channel. I hope to see you in my next video, and I wish you lots of love and a life of learning.